It's just a matter of changing how you look at the world, which is what psychedelics can help you do, but you can do it on your own. And if you can do it on your own through meditation, through breathing, through these other activities, it's very powerful, it's very liberating, it's very empowering because you don't need to depend on a substance to access these kind of incredible out-of-body experiences. But it's not the fault of technology, it's the fault of human nature. It's the fault that we take these tools and then we end up using them and making them more and more banal. So I don't fault technology. Technology could be absolutely brilliant. It's how we use it that it's causing so many problems. And so that's sort of how I feel. They made me aware of the fact that what I normally perceive is not really what's out there, that there's more to life than what we normally perceive. There's more to life than just our narrow everyday concerns. It opens that up to you, but it doesn't keep you there. The relationship of psychedelics and Sublime, I mean, as I've explained before in my own drug trips, and Aldous Huxley talks about this in The Doors of Perception, the human brain works as a kind of filtering mechanism to kind of narrow what you perceive. It tries to make you aware of only the things that are necessary for your immediate survival. So it's sort of limiting your senses. It's limiting what you see, what you smell, what you hear, to only the things that are necessary for your day-to-day activities. And so what you're actually perceiving in the brain is like this. It's this small. Whereas what you could perceive is immense. If the doors of perception, as William Blake said, were completely cleansed, you would have a vision of the infinite, right? And so Huxley talked about if all those filters were taken away and you saw the world and suddenly you were perceiving sights and smells and things that were invisible to you before, the world will appear magical to you, taking off that kind of clamp that the brain puts on you. And that's what psychedelics basically do for that particular moment in time. In those 18 hours or so, or 10 hours or 5 hours that you're on this particular trip, it is getting rid of all of those filters and you're actually perceiving things as they are. You're letting in so many more things into your senses, so much more data, so many more scents and sights and smells. And it's just opening up your brain to how things are normally, if your brain wasn't like narrowing everything down for you. But the thing with psychedelics is they come and then they go and then they kind of leave you. And if you want to keep re-experiencing it, you keep going through it again and again and again. But it doesn't like ultimately completely transform you because the experience is over. I remember them. And they had a powerful impact on me, and they made me aware of the fact that what I normally perceive is not really what's out there, that there's more to life than what we normally perceive. There's more to life than just our narrow everyday concerns. It opens that up to you, but it doesn't keep you there. And in order to keep you there, you either have to be taking the drugs over and over and over again, which I wouldn't recommend, because occasionally that drug trip can turn into something rather nasty and difficult, and you can have a bad trip, and I had a few of those myself. But the other thing is you need to find a way to make that opening of the brain, to make that kind of psychedelic experience something that you can access in your daily life without ever having to take a drug. There are spiritual practices that can lead you there, things like particularly meditation. But there are also breathing exercises you can do. Certain forms of breathing can open you up to that kind of experience. Certain forms of athletics where extreme like mountain climbing or running incredibly long distances and all the endorphins and things that happen to your body. I talk a lot about that in the book. You don't have to just access this opening up of the doors of perception through psychedelics. It's a powerful tool, but you can do it through breathing, you can do it through meditation, you can do it through endurance sports type activities. When I would do long distance swimming and I would go 2 miles without stopping, some strange things would start happening in my brain. Things would start opening up. There are other tools that you can have, just simple things about observing the world around you. But psychedelics are a tool, they're a powerful tool. But in the Sublime book, I'm trying to tell you, you don't need them. It's just a matter of changing how you look at the world, which is what psychedelics can help you do, but you can do it on your own. And if you can do it on your own through meditation, through breathing, through these other activities, it's very powerful, it's very liberating, it's very empowering because you don't need to depend on a substance to access these kind of incredible out-of-body experiences. The sublime is something that's all around you. And in fact, technology in the world today could be a tool for opening you to the sublime in every single moment. I mean, we have the new telescope that was launched, not the Hubble, but the new one, I forget what it's called. What we're able to see about our cosmos through this telescope, like photographs of a black hole. It's insane. I'm sorry I keep going back to that. Technology could be absolutely incredible for expanding our vision of the universe, for creating images. If I were in charge of the internet, I would make, like recreations of what planet Earth looked like 3 billion years ago, and they probably could find that. I mean, technology could be an absolutely wonderful tool for opening us to the sublime, right? But unfortunately, it's not like that. And unfortunately, human nature has taken over. And so instead of expanding our minds, which it can do and should do, I have this in the book. I mean, people have created music that appeals to spiders. Spiders have a completely different sort of brain than we do, and they live through vibrations. And they've been able to study the vibrations that appeal to spiders, and they've created music for them that spiders react to. And they've done this for monkeys as well. It's absolutely fantastic. It's like Leonardo da Vinci could never imagine himself in a million years that such things exist. And yet look at us. We're posting photographs of what people had for breakfast. We're looking at people's, half-naked pictures on vacations. Who the cares about any of this? It's so banal, it's so stupid, it's so boring. So instead of expanding your mind to this incredible universe that we live in, that technology can and should do, and maybe in the early days of the internet, it was doing that to some degree, but now it's getting narrower and narrower and narrower and narrower, and our concerns are getting narrower and narrower to how people look, to what they're eating, to all of the petty values and the things that are making us so angry and outraged. Instead of expanding our consciousness, it's narrowing it day by day by day by day. But it's not the fault of technology, it's the fault of human nature. It's the fault that we take these tools and then we end up using them and making them more and more banal, more and more not for these kind of purposes. As I said, it's up to you to use them in this way. I remember in the early days of the internet how exciting it was. And I'm talking about the early 2000s, where you could connect to people all over the world with similar interests. It wasn't all about making money. It wasn't all about algorithms and programming us. It was about connecting people. If technology was used to connect 8.2 billion people, and I could have access to all the different ways of thinking in Sri Lanka and et cetera, and it was just creating this and it had nothing to do with marketing and money, we would be living in a paradise. It would be absolutely fantastic to be alive. So I don't fault technology. Technology could be absolutely brilliant. It's how we use it that is causing so many problems. And so that's sort of how I feel.